Between 2018 and 2020, rapper JayDaYoungan and Quando Rondo had quite a relationship, beginning with Rondo seeking favors from Jay and Jay appearing on one of his songs. Fans of the rapper may have imagined that the day would come when Jay would call and put Rondo on the internet and Rondo would do the same, but they would never have guessed that Quando Rondo would speak ill of Jay after he passed. JayDaYoungan Passing. Rapper JayDaYoungan was gruesomely assassinated on Wednesday, July 27th, 2022, while seated outside his home in Bogalusa. Jay, who was having a father-son moment with his dad, was in front of their home when 5 gunmen showed up and attacked them. While the gunmen pulled up front and began firing at them, they tried to run into their house for cover. Before they got into the house, 2 men came from the back and opened fire at Jay, leaving him with over 8 bullet wounds all over his body, according to a statement from the authorities. By the time they reached the crime scene, they found one victim who was immediately transported to an emergency room. He had lost consciousness before a first aid helicopter came to transport him to the hospital. On getting to the emergency room, he was immediately responded to, but unfortunately, he couldn't survive the tragic incident. His father also sustained some wounds, and luckily for him, it wasn't as severe as the wounds his son suffered. He spoke about the tragic passing of his son in an interview where he said that he believed whoever had attacked his son was jealous of his success as a rapper. JayDaYoungan didn't have any enemies, according to his dad. His father doesn't think the attack was gang-related. He was a good, humble, and respectful kid, Kenyatta Scott said. Quando Rondo speaks on JayDaYoungan Passing. Like many rappers who beef with each other, JayDaYoungan and Quando Rondo had quite a decent past. They weren't exactly friends, but both rappers collaborated on several tracks together, and that way, they created a working relationship.
What you bring?
Let me see the teeth, man. It's my brother, you know me. Diamond G gang, stop playing, sis.
Stop playing.
Hey, I'm about to get them flawless. Ooh, ooh. Hey, I'm about to show you my new jewelry collection.
However, things soon went down the drain between the two rappers after Quando Rondo paired up with NBA Youngboy's 4K Trey crew. Youngboy and Jay were sworn enemies. Everyone attached to either of them became ops to one another. In no time, Quando Rondo and JayDaYoungan began trolling each other online.
And what's his name? The dick ride, the baby, not the rapper, the baby, the dick ride, man. He a little kid, bro. He be dick ride. He got a daddy. Quando, that's his name.
JayDaYoungan took to his Instagram Live to call out Quando Rondo for being a bootlicker, looking for favors among top rappers. While fans kept asking Jay in the comments if he had beef with Rondo, he replied by saying that he didn't have issues with anybody.
I don't know about nothing, man. I love everybody. I don't got no problem with nobody. Y'all seeing it, don't say JayDaYoungan ain't got no beef. I ain't got no beef with nobody out too.
But he never outrightly said what Quando Rondo did that made him call out Rondo on the live video. A couple of months after calling out Quando Rondo, Jay returned to the media to say that Rondo wasn't grateful, and all he tried to do as a rapper was help other upcoming rappers by appearing in their videos and songs for free. Jay gave an example by sharing his chat with Quando Rondo, where Rondo was begging him for a feature.
This one of my kids right here. Shit, we ain't on good terms right now, but I don't know, you can see that. Yeah, trying to get the feature bad, like David G was telling me, like, damn.
Quando Rondo eventually replied to JayDaYoungan's constantly trolling by telling him to stop talking about people he didn't know.
Talk about I'm weird. Who the sit up and talk about people they don't know? Why the people be talking about me? I don't even know you. And listen, cuz you got your took 2 times. You down there go to prison and get your took. You get so much took from me. And I bet you ain't got more money than me.
after JayDaYoungan passed. Fans expected that Quando Rondo was going to speak ill of Jay, but Quando never acknowledged him enough to beef with him when he was alive. So he saw no reason to speak on him. Although Quando Rondo didn't speak on Jay's passing, another rapper who Jay beefed with didn't even wait till his body was cold before he called out Jay and mocked his passing. Julio speaks on JayDaYoungan's passing. Florida rapper Julio was one of the very first rappers to comment on Jay's passing. Julio had a rather strange reaction to the news of Jay's passing as he took to his Instagram to write, "R.I.P. JayDaYoungan, you will be missed, LOL." The post followed with another where he said, "Dude used to diss me just to be cool with the ops. Even got them boys they tatted, now look." Julio ended the write-up with a laughing emoji. Fans of both Julio and JayDaYoungan knew that the rappers weren't exactly on good terms, so it was weird that Julio would sympathize over Jay's passing. However, Julio showed that it wasn't much sympathy as he mocked Jay, who frequently attacked him because of his beef with Youngin Ace. Youngin Ace and JayDaYoungan were friends before his passing. However, Julio's biggest op had been Youngin Ace. Due to their strained relationship, JayDaYoungan stood by Youngin Ace and picked up Julio as his op. He released several diss tracks where he called out Julio and frequently threw jabs at Julio on social media. After constant backlash from fans on social media, Julio finally opened up and shared why he mocked Jay after his passing. According to Julio, Jay acted like he was his op just because he was rocking with a rapper that wasn't cool with Julio, Youngin Ace. Julio added that Jay dissed his friends who had passed away just because he was on Youngin Ace's side. He, however, said that he wasn't going to be quiet about mocking JayDaYoungan because if tables were turned, he said, "If it was me on the other end, would have done the same thing." Rappers react to JayDaYoungan passing. The rapper who got hit the most over Jay's passing was none other than Youngin Ace. Ace and Jay had been friends for a really long time before Jay passed. Both rappers had previously collaborated on several tracks and had a long history together. However, when Jay passed, they weren't on good terms, which left Youngin Ace devastated and heartbroken. Ace took to his Instagram to share his grief after the loss of his friend. Posting an edited clip of both of them, Ace wrote in the caption, "Sad face emoji. I wasn't even gonna come to post, brother, cause this been eating me in the inside, cause we weren't seeing eye to eye about some. We could've rekindled. Broken heart emoji." While briefly addressing the situation he had with Jay, Ace wrote, "I want to call you so bad, brother. It was just our pride in a way, dog." Brown face palm emoji. "We was better than this. We was going through was so little brother." Youngin Ace expressed how hurt he was over JayDaYoungan's passing. He went on to say he easy, his family, and his twin. "Love you forever," Ace added. Youngin Ace was the rapper that Jay was closest to, as they both shared a similar come-up story and struggled together to get rich and famous. Louisiana rapper Lil Boosie was one of the first rappers to publicly speak on JayDaYoungan's passing. He wrote, "TIP JayDaYoungan, prayers for the family, little night we did cancel." After Jay's passing was announced on social media, his sister Kenya quickly took to her social media to address those that claimed that her brother had passed on. She replied to a tweet that announced the rapper's passing and said, "Shut up, y'all don't even know what y'all talking about for real. Ain't nobody dead." She continued, "Stop eating and go read a book." However, after it was officially confirmed, Kenya took to her Instagram to share a couple of memories of her brother in pictures and videos. "Javarius, no way they took you from me like this. Broken heart emoji. I'm sick to my stomach. They wanted this. They wanted to see you like this, bro. I'm so sorry. Broken heart emoji. I love you so much. Sister is so hurt." Kenya wrote about how she watched her brother grow his rap career from the ground. She expressed that she was hurt and heartbroken by the situation. She ended her writing by saying, "I got JR, and I love you so much. 23 forever, and I'm standing on it." Black heart emoji, dove emoji, red teardrop emoji. City will get painted red. Who took him out? After JayDaYoungan's passing was ruled as an assassination, the next question fans asked was who was behind his attack. It didn't take long before his beef with rapper NBA Youngboy began trending on the internet. Fans suggested that the long beef between these rappers may have been the reason behind Jay's assassination. NBA Youngboy and JayDaYoungan had a toxic history that dates far back as 2019, when Youngboy demanded that Jay take down a preview of a record they were both on. Youngboy shared via Instagram, "Delete this. I don't know how to. You ain't got my song. I don't ride like that," wrote NBA. A couple of weeks later, Jay replied to Youngboy, "I don't give a about that song. That song," he said during an interview live. "If I don't with me, I don't with a."
I don't give about that song. That song. Don't fuck me on. Fuck everybody. Yeah, all that. You better choose a side. You better choose a side.
Fans of both Youngboy and Jay expected that the two rappers would get along since they were both from Louisiana. However, it didn't happen that way, as they never really liked each other. It got heated up between the two rappers when girl troubles became a part of their fights. Janiyah Michelle, the mother of Youngboy's child, got mixed up in their beef. NBA Youngboy got to hear about it, and he called out Jay in a video he posted online.
No, we cloud the whole scene. Check the news, you know what up with me? I'm at top. These is for one, and the dyking. Don't give a fuck about none of that. You be hiding. We real headhunters, man. Come on, man. Open their mouth, came to what they was, man. And you caught the kid and left another family in the blind. Oh, we.
Jay and Youngboy's beef got beyond social media after Jay released a diss track aimed at NBA Youngboy. The track 38K Facts was released on Jay's official YouTube channel, where he threw jabs at Youngboy and his crew. I'ma speak on all the facts and tell just how it is. I'm in my bag and pissed, and plus he mad about when I was on he was steadying about begging me to leave her alone. This act like you put that coming on my post. They laughed about that, but I was laughing while your baby mama gagged all on my Jay rapped on the track. NBA Youngboy never replied to JayDaYoungan and never publicly acknowledged that they had beef. JayDaYoungan's friend retaliates. Authorities ruled JayDaYoungan's passing as a gang-related incident, and like every other gang-related incident, it didn't take time before a retaliation happened on the other side of town. According to reports, shortly after Jay's assassination was announced, the authorities received several calls reporting was heard across town. The police believe that all of the incidents were connected. They weren't wrong. On getting to the scene, the police claimed that there was no casualty, but the suspects managed to escape. However, after proper investigation, they were able to arrest a couple of suspects involved in the crime, and one of them was JayDaYoungan's best friend, FG Famous. Famous was taken in while shopping for clothes to wear to Jay's funeral in New Orleans. He was arrested in connection to the retaliation attacks across Bogalusa after Jay's tragic passing on August 7th, 2022. Jay's funeral was held at Bogalusa High School with hundreds of people in attendance, including many of his friends and family dressed in white and blue. Before the service began, a couple of people were worried that there might be an attack at the funeral, but Bogalusa's mayor, Wendy O'Quinn Peretti, assured attendees they'd be safe from violence as she spoke about Jay's tragic passing.
The pain that has been caused by the loss of Javarius Scott, aka JayDaYoungan, and the injury of Kenyatta Scott Sr. is indescribable to the family and friends of these victims, and to our community as well,
she wrote in part.
A proper celebration for the life of someone so young must be possible without fear. I assure each of you that measures are being taken to provide security and safety in our city. On this Sunday especially, every precaution will be taken to protect the citizens of Bogalusa. I consider the safety of our citizens as my singular focus.
A post of the funeral showed up on FG Famous's Instagram account shortly after the service that showed JayDaYoungan's casket being carried by several pallbearers. The caption read, "For the bond to be broken at JayDaYoungan, my first stop will be to see you. Pound free FG, pound LL23.